gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Man, bro, today was just stretch real fast. Was just crazy, bro. Crazy, dude. What a crazy game. I mean, 17-16 victory at the Colts, Indianapolis. It was a crazy ass game, bro. It really, I mean, to be straight up, it really was. The Colts hadn't scored. They were saying, and the announcers were saying that the Colts hadn't scored on their opening drive since last Christmas. But today, they score on their opening drive, bro. So the Colts get it first. They go 7 runs, including a rushing touchdown, 3 passes with 0 drops on a 10-play, 75-yard TD drive to take the lead 7-0 over us. I'm not too upset at this point. It's the opening drive, as always. Obviously, we feel their offense to see what they're doing most, to get the rhythm defensively to stop them. Obviously, like, I wouldn't want to give up a touchdown every time, but you know, if we stop them to a field goal, that'd be nice. But to stop them to a punt, you're not really knowing their offense 3 plays and out. When you get 10 plays in defensively, you get a rhythm and feeling what they want to do. So it's 7-0 Colts, and then Eagles get on their first drive, they get the ball. Hurts goes 2 of 1, passing for 17 yards. Sanders had a carry for 5 yards. And we're forced to punt on a couple of penalties. We had a lot of penalties today. That's something we got to clean up this week. Now, I don't know if it was just a referee or me, but the calls were leaning towards the Colts today. I don't really blame too much on refereeing, but I really felt that way. I got upset at a couple of calls today that were just back to back to back. And we had a couple of penalties on our first drive. We were forced to punt, and then defense comes alive. They go run. Colts go run. 1 of 1 passing, and we force a punt. So right there, dude, that tells you a lot. Then their opening drive, they win 10 plays, 75 yards. But then when we finally get them on their second drive, we get a stop, and that's what's up right there. That's what's up defensively. Jonathan Gannon, all the defensive unit, a couple new guys we got in there, and Sue and Joseph. And on the Eagles' second drive, Hurts goes 4-0 passing for 65 yards, 1 run for 9 yards, a sack, and then we had 3 big-ass penalties, 3 back-to-back holds. This drive I got really upset, dude. Like, I kind of got upset at the ref. Like, come on, you know what I mean? You're gonna call that over and over again. You better be the whole game for both sides. I mean, you can't stand there and tell me that the Colts didn't hold us. I mean, Jesus, dude. Some of those, yeah, Hurts might have held the ball too long, but I mean, to call 3 back-to-back holds, come on, what are you trying to pull? So we're forced to punt, and the Colts' third drive, they go 3 runs. Matt Ryan goes 2-0 passing, and we force another punt. They got a first down, but we stopped them. So that's the good thing. 2 back-to-back punts for our defense. On the Eagles' third drive, Hurts goes 3 of 3 passing for 21 yards, 4 carries for 27 yards, gets sacked once. Sanders had 3 carries for 15 yards. Excuse me. And play selection was very poor in the red zone. So we're forced to kick a field goal. At this point, I liked the field goal. We needed to get on the board, dude. It was already the end of the first, when on the Colts' third drive, and we hadn't scored anything. So this drive puts us on the board 3-7. just to get some points up there. I liked it just because we needed to get on the board after a quarter with 0 points. We were playing very poor in that first quarter with 3 drives. But we got 3 on the board. Colts 4th drive, they go 1 run. Matt Ryan goes 2 of 2 passing. We force another punt, 3 back-to-back punts for our defense, dude. Who figured them out after their first drive. So we think. And then the Eagles' 4th drive, Hurts goes 1-0 passing for 9 yards. Sanders had 1 carry for -1 yards. Gainwell didn't gain a yard. And we're forced to punt. So the punting's going both ways at this point defensively. There's just been a good defensive battle. And then the Colts' 5th drive, Matt Ryan goes 3 of 0 passing. They had one run and we turned it over. I believe it was a turnover because they only had 5 yards. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's because we were deep in our own territory on that 4th drive, and we had to punt. So then they only had to travel so far to get a field goal. They had 5 plays, 22 yards. So they had good field position on their 5th drive, and we just had horrible field position on our 4th drive. And they got a field goal out of it. And this is right before the half. It's 3-10. Colts. Eagles did get the ball back with, what was it? I believe 13 seconds left. And Hurts just kneeled it on Eagles' 5th drive to take it to the half. So it's halftime. It's 3-10. We're playing very poorly. At this point, I don't know where I am and how I feel offensively on the direction we're going. We haven't been getting anything going offensively. And then penalties, dude. We had a lot of penalties. Like I said, that's something we got to bold in this week. Penalties cannot be. We can't have that much penalties. Unless we're gonna have another ugly win like this. I mean, we're just stomping ourselves in the foot with these penalties. So on the Eagles kicked off, so they received in the second half. On the first play of the second half, we had Hurts drop back. He wanted to go deep. You could tell by the way he was just arching his back a little bit backwards to heave it. Like I'm guessing 30, maybe 35 yards. I didn't see what he saw downfield because he got stripped. He had his arm back like this, and they stripped him. And it was a fumble, and we lost the fumble. Unfortunately, because it just completely went out of his hands. It literally went 2-3 feet away from Hurts at that point. It was just a jump on the ball fumble. And I'm just like, damn, coming out for the second half to try to get something going. So the Colts' 6th drive, Matt Ryan goes 1 of 1 passing. They had 1 run. It was in our own territory. They fumbled it, and we forced the Colts to kick a field goal. They had a 4-play, 5-yard field goal drive. 4 plays, and they only got 5 yards. I mean, our defense is just, they're trying to help us out so much to stay in this game. They're playing lights out defense. They make the field goal. At this point, it's 3-13 Colts. We're down 10. We got to get something going offensively. So the Eagles' 7th drive, Hurts goes 5 of 1 passing for 43 yards. 1 run for a yard. Gets sacked. Sanders had 1 carry for 1 yard. We went for it on 4th down, which was pretty pathetic. If you ask me, the drive, I didn't like it at all. Going for it 4th and 10. Yes, it was in Colts territory, but I felt like we could have kicked the field goal. I mean, screw it. 55, 56-yard field goal. Take it, it's 3-13. I mean, I would have taken the field goal. We turned it over on downs. So the Colts' 7th drive, defense gets a huge sack. Matt Ryan went 2 2-0 passing. They had to carry one run, and we forced them to punt. So our defense, man, they've kept us in this game. It's already in the third quarter. We're down 10. Like, are we gonna play this game or not? It just felt like we had those 3 points. We had a 15-play drive, and after that, we've just been punting, fumbles, mental penalties on the offensive side. So Eagles get the ball back on their 8th drive, and I know you want to run the ball and like, yes, I'm for running the ball. That's how we're a good team. But I mean, in your own territory, get a couple of first downs first, dude. Like, establish fear of some kind of pass, or get a first down, because they ran it with Sanders 3 times for 8 yards, and we were forced to punt deep in our own territory. I'm talking about, like, we're at our own 8, own 7-yard line, our own 7-yard. We ran it 3 times. We could have done a play action to get a first down, just to keep a drive alive at this point, because we ran it 3 straight times. So Colts 8th drive, they had 3 runs. Matt Ryan went 2 of 1 passing. We get another sack and force a long field goal. They missed. I'm just like, I screamed at the TV, no good. I mean, our defense is we're staying in it. We're staying in it because of that side, dude. Special teams too. We're staying in it. So on the Eagles' 9th drive, this is the end of the third after they missed the field goal. I believe the Eagles ran 1 play on their 9th drive, and then the third quarter ended. So then on their 9th drive in the fourth quarter beginning, Hurts goes 1 of 1 passing for 22 yards. 2 carries for 26 yards. A couple of penalties that were on the Colts. Sanders had a carry for 6 yards. And it was a 22-yard touchdown reception. Watkins. I'm glad this guy redeemed himself. Like, all game long, we were struggling. And the guy that fumbled it last week and made some mental mistakes, he gets a TD today. And that's awesome, bro. Quez Watkins, he scored for us. On a 5-play, 60-yard TD drive. We went down the field pretty quick. We needed that. Down 13-10. And then on the Colts 9th drive, they go 4 runs. Matt Ryan went 1-0 passing on one of their runs. They fumbled the ball. And what I like this week is that the defensive players, they were paying attention to the whistle of the referees. Excuse me. There was a couple of plays today that the refs didn't blow the whistle, and Tyler just was trying to gain more yardage. This is one of those plays, and they stripped him, and the Eagles got the ball back. And they blew the whistle, after. But the fumble counted, and it's just like, I'm kind of glad that the defensive players today, they got some discipline this week, as from what happened last week, and the big penalty we had to end our opportunities of trying to come back in that game. And they give the ball back to our struggling offense. And on the Eagles' 10th drive, Hurts goes 2 carries for 17 yards, 1 pass for 8 yards. And that 1 pass to A.J. Brown, Brown was holding it with 1 hand, gets stripped. And to me, go down or hold the ball. Don't try to stiff arm anybody. That's what I'd be telling the Eagles receivers, running backs, everybody that's holding a ball, running, trying to gain progress with it. Catch the ball, hold the ball, and move forward. Don't worry about stiff-arming anybody or taking your other hand off the ball. We need to protect the ball. We have back-to-back fumbles this week in 2 games by receivers. We got to get that corrected, dude. I got pissed when they stripped A.J. Brown, man. I'm furious because he's seeing. I'm pretty sure that everybody on the Eagles football team watched the film from last week. and all the turnovers we had, and it's such a bad game we had last week. We got to get it right, man. Don't be fumbling the football. You're not gonna win football games that way, apart from penalties and other issues we had struggling on offense already. Like, that's something we got to bold in: fumbles, penalties, and on the offense, we got to move the ball downfield, and we got to get points on the board, guys. We definitely do. Especially we have the Packers at home next week. We can't underestimate them and what they did to Dallas. And they competed last week, on Thursday, against the Titans. They competed. I mean, they gave them a run for their money. They might have won at the end of the game, but it was a one tough win for the Titans. And they're not going to make it easy for us either. So the Colts get the fumble, and they go 3 runs. Matt Ryan goes 3 of 2 passing. The defense gets another big, huge sack on an 11-play, 47-yard field goal drive. So at this point, it's Eagles 10, Colts 16. So the Eagles get the ball back on their 11th drive. And this is the magic drive, dude. This is a drive where I believe Hurts didn't have a comeback for a win in his career yet. Until today. He was down 6 deep in the fourth quarter. I believe there was just over 4.5 minutes left. So Hurts goes 1 of 1 passing for 8 yards, 3 carries for 7 yards, including a rushing TD. And then Sanders had 3 carries for 13 yards. Scott had 3 carries for 19 yards on an 11-play, 75-yard TD drive. I went crazy, man. When Hurts walked in untouched, that hole opened wide up, I went crazy, bro. Like, I was like, let's go. That's what I'm talking. Dude, I was pretty pissed in some of this part of this game. But that drive, and when they scored that touchdown, I was really motivated. I was really excited, dude. This is an ugly-ass win. I'll say that. But shit, dude. To come back from behind, dude. We're down the whole game. Struggling offensively the whole game. To put up 14 points in the fourth. And then, he called his own number. I mean, Hurts is a bad man, bro. And he pulled it out at the end. The defense pulled it out after, as good as they played all game long. They still had one more drive to go. So the Colts get it back after Hurts rushes for 7-yard touchdown. It's 17-16. Eagles by 1. There's 1:20 left in this game. 1 minute and 20 seconds. It's plenty of time. But I did trust our defense. Our defense was playing good all game. Not allowing too much. 1 touchdown the whole game. 4 field goals, including 1 miss. 4 punts. I mean, defense was on fire today. And after 32, I mean, they played pretty good. So the Colts, on their 11th drive, Matt Ryan goes 3 of 2 passing. Graham, let me tell you something. Last week, everybody was bashing Graham. Graham lost us a game. Brandon Graham, 13-year vet. He shouldn't be doing this. Unnecessary roughness. He knows the rules. Not this week, though. Not this week. No, sir. Not this week. This week, Graham got a sack. A huge sack to force a 4th and 12. Brandon Graham, the same man that got that unnecessary roughness call last week. This week, he bounced back and came up huge, bro. And I prop him. I'm still hunting for that man's jersey. One day I am going to get his jersey, bro. I don't know if it's going to be green or white, but I'm going to get that man's jersey. He's Super Bowl champion, stripped Tom Brady, and after last week and everybody bashing him, this week he came up big and got Matt Ryan for a huge sack, 4th down. And then I believe Matt Ryan had a small reception, and the running back in the backfield, he was forced out 3 or 4 yards. And that's it, dude. Turnover on downs. The Eagles get the ball back. The 12th drive of the game. Hurts just kneels it once. That's it, bro. Eagles win. And clutch, too. Talk about Hurts came up badass at the end. Defense was badass till the end. And special teams came up big, too, dude. Like, yes, there was 4 field goals. But they missed one of those. And you know what? They didn't allow anything more or less. And goddamn, bro. What a victory for the Eagles. 17-16 over the Colts in Indianapolis. Hurts went 18 of 25 for 130 yards and a tub. He had 16 carries for 86 yards and a tub. Sanders had 13 carries for 47 yards. Hurts had a QBR of 107.1, above 100. And there's you can't play better, man. Like it's he played awesome. He didn't have too much fire today, or the whole offense for that matter. But when he came down to it, dude, he came back for a victory on a Colts team that has 5 comebacks from behind in the fourth to win games. And we beat them. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Our defense had a huge, obviously they had a huge game. They had 4 sacks, 1 TOD, which is turnover on downs, 2 fumbles, one of them we got, 4 punts. We only allowed 4 field goals, and one of them they missed on a huge defensive day today. To be honest, defense got the percentage of win. The defense got at least 68% of that victory today. 68%, dude. And that other 32 was Hurts at the end, and the offense at the end, to win us this game today. Matt Ryan went 23 of 32, 213 yards. Taylor, the running back, he had 22 carries for 84 yards and a tub. Their defense had 3 sacks, 4 fumbles. 2 of the fumbles they got. So they basically won the turnover battle, dude. We evened it with the TOD. Matt Ryan had a QBR of 89.7. So he might have had more yardage than Hurts, but Hurts outplayed him. Production-wise, winning the game. I'm very happy we won this game in the fashion that we did. You know what? It wasn't pretty. We didn't have too much firepower today offensively, but Hurts found a way. Defense found a way to finish this game in a victory, with 17 on the board and only 16 on the other side. I'm very happy, man. We got to win, 9-1. Giants went down today. The Commanders won again. And the Cowboys, I believe they were, last time I checked in the fourth, they were winning 40-3. They were winning big against the Vikings. So the Vikings will go down. Will remain alone at the number 1 seed still in the NFC. We got the Packers next week. It was extremely. I was extremely excited, man. Like, I was screaming, dude. Like, my son was like, calm down. I was like, let's go, Eagles, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. The running clutch, scoring clutch. Defense came in clutch. Brandon Graham, shout out to you. Came in clutch. Let's go, man. 9-1. Birds move on, and they stay alone up top. Now that the Giants went down, they're 7-3. The Cowboys will move on to 7-3. I'm pretty sure they'll move above the Giants. And then you got the Commanders 6-5 now. Everybody's above 500. But yeah, man, it was a bittersweet victory, ugly win today. Really ugly game, but I stayed till the end, dude. I watched all the Eagles till the end. Even if they would have went down today, but I have faith, dude. I mean, I was believing in Hurts and that offense to pull something on that last late in the fourth quarter drives. So the Eagles win 9-1. As far as Penn State went on to win big. I believe they won 55-10. I'm pretty sure they'll be in the conference championship. Marshall also won. I saw that game, a little bit of that game. They won at Georgia Southern, and they beat the Georgia Southern Eagles. Crazy. But yeah, man, they won big. The team that beat my high school team, United Turf, they moved on to lose. So that's pretty much a bummer. For United to lose to them, and then they going on to lose, it just makes us look like pretty bad. But hopefully next year for the Longhorns and United, they'll get deeper off in the playoff run or whatever. You know what I mean? Follow your boy. Today was freaking badass game. I'll probably buy myself a Christmas present. But as far as the Graham jersey, but yeah, man, I want that guy's jersey, dude. I want his jersey, and I wanted Chris Long's, but Chris Long's is rare. So is Brandon Graham's, dude. Like the green or the white jersey, I can't find them on the Eagles website. So hopefully, I'm speaking to the Eagles website. Like, put it up. I do want to get one. I already have Fletcher Cox jersey black. So yeah. Follow your boy. Next week we got the Packers. That video I'll probably be doing at another 5 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, because it's a Sunday night, and I'll be taking my notebook with me to work to review what happened in the game and my reactions to that. Last week I was kind of half asleep, dude, when I shot my video. But honestly, staying up all night and thinking about it on Monday night, it wasn't too bad, dude. I was all right. And I knew we'd be all right, dude. We pulled out another victory. But we got the Packers at home next week. Work on the offense, penalties, bowl those things out. Yeah, man. And we got to get better play calls in the red zone. We got to get in there, dude, when we really need to. I'll see you guys next week.